Aloha, greetings and welcome back. Or should I say season's greetings. This is going to be the last video for the year, and I know I haven't been making as many episodes this year. It's because there's been a lot going on. Little mix of everything, the good, the bad, the ugly, but we're looking forward to 2026. So winter came really early this year. I'm in short sleeves, but I'm actually very cold. I'm wearing my holiday shirt, and it's Santa with a tiki drink and a lei on a tropical island. So I'm gonna put this away until next year. And in January 2026, we're gonna have some new episodes for you with a new concept called Cocktail Coup. Now, because this holiday season was so rushed, I didn't have time to develop my usual list of seasonal cocktails, but I'm gonna give you a flashback. It's the Coquito. It means little coconut in Spanish. And it's basically the Caribbean answer to eggnog. No dairy, no eggs, it's not heavy, it's not gonna make you sick, and it's probably not gonna spoil, but I'm sure if you make it and leave it in the fridge for a few weeks, it will be gone long before it expires. Now, since it's the holiday season, I just did want to give my usual public service announcement, and that's all these hangover cure things. They don't work, bottom line. Now, everybody's body is different. And as you could probably see, I lost about 30 pounds from last year at this time. So even my body has changed in the last year, not just because I'm older, but because I lost a lot of weight. But I have a pretty good litmus test as to if something works or not. And it's really very simple. I know if I have 3 drinks, I'm fine the next day. But if I have 3.5, I will have a headache that lasts all day long. It's not a hangover, but it's there, and it's not pleasant. I could get through the day, no problem, but who the hell wants to go through a day with a headache? Nobody, right? So when I test some of these products, what I do is I have my 3, and then I'll have an ounce extra or 2 ounces extra, whatever the equivalent is, whether it be wine, beer, or a cocktail, and I make sure it doesn't exceed that limit. It's not like I go out there and have 4 or 5 drinks to really put this to the test. I don't do that. I just go over just enough to know if the product works. And no matter what you're doing, do yourself a favor. In between drinks, always have about 8 ounces of water in between cocktails. Not only is that going to cleanse your palate, because if you're like me, I don't drink the same 3 cocktails in a row. I like the variety, especially when I go to a tiki bar. I want to try the Mai Tai. I want to try the daiquiri. I want to try one of their house signature drinks. And you want this water to cleanse your palate, but also this is going to rehydrate you. And this has got electrolytes in it. The main cause of hangovers, in addition to the alcohol, is the sugar and the lack of water and dehydration. So remember, have a drink, have some water. Have another drink, have some water. And then before you go to bed, drink more water. And if you should wake up with that headache the next day, I don't know any medicine that works, not even the Alka-Seltzer hangover stuff. But believe it or not, don't ask me why, but Sprite works. It takes the edge off. It's not going to cure you, but it's going to take some of that edge off. And I don't know if it's the lemon lime oils. I don't know if it's because it's synthetic and it has lemon lime in it. I don't know. But this stuff, I put my money on this before I put my money on any of this other stuff. Not knocking these companies. Maybe this works for somebody in their 30s or 40s, but now that I'm in my 50s, this is what I have to expect. And what I could expect is to drink in moderation. Every other drink should be a glass of water. And hydration management. So now, since I'm not quite set up with the bar here, I'm going to give you a flashback to about 2 years ago when I made this Coquito. I discovered how to make it. The recipes are online. I think my recipe is the best, and from what I understand, my wife is from South America, as are most of her friends, and they seem to love this, and every year they ask me to make a gallon of it for them. So this is a tried and true recipe. I hope you enjoy it. Mahalo, cheers, and we'll see you in the next year. Aloha, Mele Kalikimaka. Now I know Christmas was yesterday, But as you can see, I'm still in my short sleeve shirt. It's like 50 degrees today, and I will take it. White Christmas, so overrated when you live here in the Northeast. I'm happy to wear my Tiki shirts all year round, even if they have a Santa on it. So the other day for Christmas Eve, I was at my friend's house, and he does the big Italian feast of the 7 fish. And we're all drinking wine because, you know, we're Italian, that's what we do. Can't always be Tiki, can't always be cocktails all the time. And I see someone going into the fridge, and he's pouring something that looks like eggnog. And someone else says, "Oh, what's that?" And he says, "It's Coquito." And they didn't know what it was. I said, "It's kind of like a Puerto Rican eggnog." Not really, but that was the easiest way to explain it. Now, there's a place down by me that does Coquito pancakes, which are delicious. I've never had Coquito. So I was hoping he would offer me a sip, but he's like kind of hiding it in the fridge. And I said, "Yeah, you know, there's a place that makes Coquito pancakes, but I've never actually tasted Coquito." Hint, hint. He doesn't say anything, and I said, "Well, you know what? I'd really love the recipe." And he says it has rum in it, and the rest is a secret. And he walks out of the kitchen. Fine. Got a secret? Unless you have $1 million contract pending with a major liquor distributor, and you have shelf space all over the supermarkets and liquor stores throughout the country, you know, don't tell me about your secrets. I'll figure it out. I just wanted to taste it. I go online, and I look through authentic Puerto Rican websites, because Coquito means little coconut in Spanish, and I just see. I see all the ingredients, and I mix and match and compare all the ingredients, because even with Italian food, it's not all oregano and garlic. Sometimes you don't need that in there. And with this, some of them call for cane sugar. There is no extra added sugar in here. You don't need it. The coconut water, don't need it. Believe it or not, this is good for hangovers. It's got a lot of electrolytes in it. It's not a cure, but if you're feeling like garbage the next day, this will help take the edge off so you can make it through the day. The next was coconut milk. Again, there's enough coconut and enough sugar in here. I was going to use some El Dorado 3-year. This is good rum, but you know what? It's a Puerto Rican tradition, so I'm going to stick with the Puerto Rican rum. And I'm not going to use the more expensive one with the bat on it, simply because I believe they're using neutral spirits. And it's like, why? It's rum. It's like the cheapest thing in the world. This bottle was like $14, and you're going to charge me an extra $1, and it's going to be of lesser quality. So I'm going to go with a cup of this, a can of condensed milk, half a can of evaporated milk, full can of cream of coconut, teaspoon of pure vanilla extract, teaspoon of ground cinnamon, and as much of this nutmeg as I could shave off. And then I'm going to save a little bit of it anyway, because I'm going to serve this in a little mini brandy snifter and grate some over the top just for effect. You really don't need it. Now, the only thing I will tell you is they want you to blend this for 2 minutes. This is so thick. Even if you shake these cans up as much as you can, you still can't even hear it moving in there. That's how thick this stuff is. So you want to get a spatula, put it all in here, blend it on high for like 5 minutes. Give it a break for a little bit, because you want everything to mix in, but you don't want these blades to sort of heat it up. And all of these ingredients here should leave you with a liter in a bottle like this. Stick it in the fridge for an hour or two. The longer it stays, the better it's going to taste. And I think you could keep it for like a month or two. That I'm not sure about. But all the ingredients are on my website. I'm not going to do this here because I don't want to make a mess of the bar. We have some guests coming over later. So I'm going to take this into the kitchen, blend it on high, stick it in the fridge, and when they come over in 2 or 3 hours, it's going to be perfect. Go easy with this stuff. A lot of sugar, a lot of carbs, a lot of cream, a lot of fat. The liquor content, not so much, but you know, a small glass of this, 3 or 4 ounces, just for a celebratory toast is all you really need. Eli Kalikimaka, cheers, mahalo, and we'll see you in the new year.
happy hour anytime?